All right, Shalom, Yashra Allah. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son in their proper names, in the Holy Spirit of truth. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ha Raha Kodash Ma Amath. This is Mazan Ban Yashra Allah coming out of the GMS Lions Den camp. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Salutation to the Akim out there around the four corners of the earth, preaching this truth in sincerity, and also the few Akwavim and children that believe in spirit and in truth as well. Today I have a quick brief topic, coming basically on don't be in that I didn't watch the whole video spirit, man. Because that spirit has been lingering around Yashra Allah for some time, man. And that's not a good spirit to be in, And if you know better, you should tell these people that, man. Because the scriptures clearly debunk not examining the whole matter, man. And with that being said, let me go straight into these scriptures, man, and let them speak for themselves. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Verse 40, let all things be done decently and in order. And that's straightforward to the point, man. You got to let all things be done decently in order. Not just some and what you feel like should be done decently in order. All things. You have to pay attention to that one word. That one word is huge. All things, man. Now let's get a precept. All right. The next precept is going to be coming out of the book of Sirach. I think it's chapter 15. Let me see. Alright, hold on. Bear with me. Alright, I found it. Alright, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 11. And I'm going to start at verse 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke. And that's what these guys that be in that I didn't watch the whole video spirit be. This how they be. They blame a person and judge a person off the beginning of the video. Or they judge you just off the title. Or they judge you off of what somebody else said that didn't examine the whole truth in the matter, man. That's why it's important, brothers. You have to not blame someone before thou has examined the truth, man. You have to understand first. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in the court system, they're going to hear both sides. They're not just going to sit there and, I'm going to believe him because his standard, because his standing in the world or his rank. No, they gon' examine the truth first and then understand and then rebuke. They're not gonna go off of impulse and off of emotions, man. They're gonna make sure what they're doing is correct. Because that's how Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai directed us to carry ourselves, man. Do everything according to the book of the law, man. Everything according to his judgments, not to what we feel and what we believe to be the truth, man. Because you have to understand first before you start rebuking somebody, man. You just can't go straight to rebuking and you haven't examined the whole truth of the matter, man. Verse 8. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt man in the midst of their speech. So you have to let a man speak their side, man. You can't interrupt them and basically say, oh no, you wrong, you a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let that man speak his piece. That's not how it goes, man. And that spirit is lingering a lot in Yashra Allah, man. And that's a deaf, you know what I'm saying? A deaf abounding spirit, man. Because it's not cool at all. Because the scriptures say otherwise, man. Verse 9, strive not in a matter that concern thee not, and sit not in judgment with sinners, man. So you have to not strive in manners that don't concern you, man. And don't sit in the seat in judgment with sinners. Because if you misjudging a brother, what that makes you, man, you're in sin. Because what if you are wrong? What if everything you're saying is wrong? What if you didn't examine the whole matter? What if you didn't hold conference with their brother, or conference with the camp that the brother's in, and asked about their brother, man? That goes to show you, man, that you didn't do according to the scriptures, man. Verse 10, my son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou matter much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not attain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. So you shouldn't meddle into matters that you not concerned in. You shouldn't meddle into matters that you don't know the whole cause of, man. That you never did understand. You just went straight to rebuking, and you never met a brother a day of your life, man. You never ever held a conversation with this brother. But you just gonna act off an impulse and what you feel like is right. That's bull crap, man. And we clearly just read what the scriptures had to say about that. Okay, now let's get some more precepts, man. And I'm just getting these scriptures, man, because obviously a lot of people that's in that spirit, they overlook, these scriptures. They act like these scriptures not even there. All right, this is on 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. Dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints? So if any one of us having a matter against another, man, we have to go to the book of the law before the unjust, man, and before the saints, and not before the saints, man. So we have to go to the book of the law first. We don't supposed to go before the whole congregation first. That's not how you handle it first, man. You go to the book, you go to that brother first, man. Then you go to the law in a conference. If things seem to get out of the hand, you go to that brother. You hold a conference. You just don't judge a brother off, bull crap, man. Like the thing that's going on with the elder here in this camp, man. He's getting rebuked basically over a phone call, man. And that's basically what it is, man. Over a phone call. Over someone that was warned to this camp that had a demon on him, man. Me personally, I wouldn't want to talk to that brother neither. And I was warned by a brother that knows this brother very well. So therefore, this is the order, man. This is how it should be handled. And that's something that the elder here at GMS Lions Den humbly tell us, man. And when I first came to the camp myself, I didn't hear anything about Great Millstone. My first time hearing Great Millstone was here in the GMS Lions Den, man. And the first thing that the elder of this camp did, he directed me straight to the apostles, man. He directed me straight to Apostle Tahar, straight to Apostle Ramlad, straight to Apostle Rakah, straight to Apostle Gabar, and called Halayim Law, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for that, man. And I did eat of the plate, and still gonna eat of the plate. And I respect my teachers, man. But there's things that these other guys that's up under them, do not, go by, which is these scriptures, man. They don't attain what the scriptures is really saying, how you supposed to handle judgment, man. You know, they just go before man and basically slander and talk all types of madness about each other, man, and call each other's all types of niggas, and basically say that you're gonna go out and avoid and be black and dark, basically like they don't want you to exist, man. And that's crazy for another brother that you working with to say to you, man, that we fighting for the same cause, we fighting the same battle, and that's how you really feel deeply down inside about a brother, man. That's madness, man, and that's wicked. It really is, man. All right, this is verse 2. Do ye know not, Shalaki, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? That's a question mark. And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matter? And this is a small matter. And it seems like these guys that's in the I didn't watch the whole video spirit, they can't even judge the small matters correctly, man. So you think Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to give a guy like you dominion over the nations, man, to judge the world? It's not going to work like that, man. You know, because you have to open your mouth and judge righteous judgments, man. And then for you to judge a righteous judgment, you have to examine the whole matter. Verse 3. Know ye not that ye, Shalaki, know ye not, Shalaki, know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? Khan, if we gonna judge angels, man, why is it so hard for certain ones to judge things pertaining to this life, man? And this life, man, is nothing. This is a light burden. You know what I'm saying? A moment of pain is worth a lifetime of pleasure, man. It's worth a lifetime to shine, a lifetime to rule, man. All right, verse 4. If then ye have judgment of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church. So you have to set them to judge that's least esteemed, man, in the church, man. The ones that no one's really looking upon, man. The ones that's not letting, you know what I'm saying, they've huge following, go to their head. The ones that's not, you know what I'm saying, letting them, just because they know a whole bunch of breakdowns, you know. And the ones that see that the ones that seemingly confident, but really it's pricely seeking them, man. You can't let them. You gotta let the ones that's less esteemed in the church judge, man. Set them up to judge. Verse 5. I speak to your shame. Is it so that there is not a wise man among you? No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren? And that's a question mark, man. And this the apostle, man, Paul. You know, and this way he was getting on the church, you know, on the churches right here in the Corinthians, man. He was letting them know, man, hey, what's going on with y'all brothers, man? Y'all can't judge righteously. You can't tell who's your brother and who's not. You know, ain't their work is not enough. You can't see it. Verse 6. But brethren, go to law with brother, in that before the unbelievers. So you have to go to the law with your brother, man, before you go before the unbelievers, man. Because if you just slandering a brother in the open on a video, man, guess what you're gonna do with the unbelievers and the ones in the outside looking in, man? They gonna be like, yeah, look, you know what I'm saying? Look, they always talking shit and kicking each other out. All the ones that's among them don't even believe the same thing. And that's not necessarily true. That's what you will have somebody in the outside looking in believing. Just because the way you carry yourself and how you handle the situation, man. Verse 7. Now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law one with another. Why do you not rather take wrong? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Nay, ye do wrong and defraud in that your brethren. Con. And that's what happened, man. And that's what happens with these guys that don't examine the whole matter spirit, man. I didn't watch the whole video spirit. You know, they basically defraud, you know what I'm saying, their brethren, man. Better yet, let me get the definition to that word. Make sure I ain't, you know what I'm saying, using it wrong. Alright, 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 8. No, it's verse 7. There you go, defrauded. Bell, Strong's Greek. Aposterio, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm not. Aposterio is the Greek word. The Strong's is G650. And it's to despoil, to defraud, rob, despoil. Con. So it's the rob. Now let's go back. So it say, why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded, robbed, you know, and despoiled? You know, because he's basically talking about the ones, yeah, you're going to have to take that, man. Sometimes, yeah, you do have to take it on the... not sometimes, yeah. Let them talk ill about you. You have to take it, man. Nay, ye... And it says, verse 8, nay, ye do wrong and defraud in that your brethren. Con. And he's talking about the ones that's in their spirit, man. Right here. They do wrong, man, and they defraud their brothers, man. And it goes on to say, do you know not that righteous shall inherit the kingdom, man? You know, the ones that's covetous, you know, the drunkards, the you know, the thieves, they're not gonna inherit the kingdom, man. If you in that spirit, man, that I didn't watch the whole video spirit, and you go straight to talking the shit about another brother, man. Hey, we none of us know who the elect is, man. You could be easily talking down on one of his little ones, you know, and we all know what's the judgment of that, man. All right, let's get on St. Matthew's. Chapter 18. Bear with me. All right, verse 15. This is Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brethren shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. Con. And those guys in that spirit, you know what I'm saying, they basically skip a part. They skip over this part, man. They skip the, you know what I'm saying, the council. You know, they don't go to their brother with him, them and him alone. You know, basically they just go straight into the rebuke part, man. And we're going to get to that. This verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. So if that brother don't hear you, man, and that conference that you hold, and then most of the time don't never be held, you know what I'm saying? You should take 2 or 3 witnesses, 1 or 2 more witnesses with you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established. For everyone with those 2 or 3 witnesses, you know what I'm saying, they could come into agreements on what is being spoken, man. What's being spoken. So they can come up, you know what I'm saying, what the solution is going to be. What the final, judgment is going to be at the end of the day. Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. That's when the whole church, basically comes out and rebuke and talk shit, man, and count you as a heathen. Once 2 or 3 witnesses hear you out and you still neglecting to hear, then you tell the church, man. You tell it to the church. You make a video and tell the church, man. You know what I'm saying? But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen. Then if he don't want to, like I was saying, if he don't want to hear the church, man, hey, he's counted as a heathen. But this is the order, the strict order that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has left for us to go by when a brother has offended us, or when a brother needs to be rebuked or checked, man. It's a strict order right here. And that spirit of, oh, I didn't watch the whole video up, but I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's a deadly disease. It's a deadly virus, man. That you basically sinning, man. Because you're not going according to how the scriptures tell you to handle the situation, man. You going about you reacting off of impulse and emotions, man. And that it is what it is, man. And I basically hit the point what I was trying to hit, man. I ain't gonna be too much longer. I ain't really wanted it to be this long. I just wanted to hit the point and that's it, man. So with that, I pray and hope that you brothers was edified, man. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ha Rakah Kodash Ma Amath. Shalom to the hopeful elect of Yashra Allah, and death to this wicked ass place, man. America. Shalom.